At a time when the government is facing massive criticism due to some of the controversial bills it has floated in the parliament, it is likely to face serious flack again due to the bill on National Human Rights Council as well. The constitutional experts have pointed out that the amended bill has clauses of serious infringement on issues of human rights. Good morning, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Prime Minister and Chairman of the ruling NCP, KP Sharma Oli, insists on people's multi-party democracy being the party's guiding principle. Co-chairman Dahal says the principle should be amended as per contemporary needs. National Human Rights Commission enraged against the government's tendency to infringe on its constitutional authority. Experts warn the provision would risk existence of the commission itself. United States and China agree to resume trade negotiations, easing a protracted row that has fueled a global economic slowdown. And Pakistan emerged victorious in a thrilling win against Afghanistan at the ICC World Cup. Australia took good for New Zealand, registering a comfortable victory. Prime Minister and Chairman of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, KP Sharma Oli, has said that people's multi-party democracy would be the party's guiding principle. Although agreement was forced to get along with the principle of people's multi-party democracy until the party's general convention after unification, Chairman Oli has insisted that the party would move ahead with the same principle in the days ahead. He made the remark while speaking at a program held in the capital to mark the 68th birth anniversary of late Madan Bhandari, the erstwhile General Secretary of CPN-UML. Another party chairman, Pushpakamal Dahal, who spoke earlier in the program, however, had stated that the principle of people's multi-party democracy propagated by late leader Bhandari should be revised and amended as per the contemporary needs. He nonetheless termed late Bhandari as a creative and experimental leader in Nepal's communist movement. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Oli defended the government's activities in recent times and insisted that the government would do away with all the kinds of people's criticisms against the government. Meanwhile, a book about Prime Minister Oli himself was unveiled during the program. The Madan Bhandari Foundation conferred this year's annual cash prize of 100,000 rupees to Subodh Sharma for his contribution in water investigation. The government has reiterated its stance on the bill regarding the National Human Rights Commission, despite exhibiting willingness to amend other crucial bills after facing widespread criticisms. The departmental minister's announcement of prohibiting the commission from formulating laws as per its will has enraged the commission officials. The constitutional experts as well have warned that the proposed provision would risk the existence of the Human Rights Commission itself. The bill proposed by the government has provisioned the entire right to prosecute individuals recommended by the Commission to the Attorney General. However, the provision faced a widespread objection, citing that the authority granted to a politically appointed official to review the cases undertaken by the Constitutional Commission would pave the way for further impunity and evasion of justice. The ruling coalition then appeared flexible to amend the bill. The recent statement made by Minister for Law Bhanuvakta Dakal that the human rights laws would not be formulated as per the Commission's wish, however, has indicated towards the government's intention to revive the bill intact. Expressing its outright discontent towards the minister's remark, the Commission has said that it would never accept any law prohibiting it from independently executing the cases of human rights violations. The Commission officials are of the view that the constitutional bodies should not be kept under the complete jurisdiction of Attorney General in accordance with the Prime Minister's wish. Saying Nepal considers international interests on its own, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has added that the non-diplomatic activities of foreign diplomats would not be acceptable. Inaugurating the National Dialogue on Foreign Policy in Kathmandu, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli said that a unanimous decision was necessary on foreign policy, especially with bulking national politics and international relations. He opined that Nepal would decide on its national agenda based on international practices and law, and further went on to term foreign interests in the matter unnecessary. Premier Oli said that a conducive environment was being created for both India and Nepal to receive the common report prepared by the Eminent Persons Group on Nepal-India relations. Oli added that the report would aid in taking ahead the bilateral relation during changing times and assured that both India and Nepal were committed towards implementing the recommendations of the report. Also speaking at the program, Foreign Affairs Minister Pradeep Gyawali said that Nepal was making diplomatic efforts for the SAARC summit and identified the increasing significance of regional and multilateral organizations. Gyawali added that relations with neighbors would be taken forward by identifying Nepal's priorities to invite investment, tourism and technology. With the increasing use of social networking platforms based on internet on smartphones, telecommunication service providing companies have expanded their business of internet. However, Nepali consumers have been using the internet for entertainment rather than making their daily life easy or in productive works. Based on the latest data of the Nepal Telecommunications Authority, there are around 18.2 million internet users in Nepal. The last year witnessed the growth of 2.1 million new users alone. With the increase in users, business of internet and data of telecom companies has increased. According to the authority, telecom companies in the previous fiscal year transacted around 31 billion rupees just for data. This is 16.1% more than the year before. With increasing numbers of smartphone users and transactions on data, business is declining under voice call. There is no compulsion for international voice calls as people now use applications like Viber, WhatsApp and Messenger among others to speak with their friends and families abroad. The total earnings of telecom companies has reduced with the reduction in voice calls. According to large taxpayers' office, the telecom sector earned 93 billion 280 million rupees last year. The telecom companies expect the revenue to drop down by 17% this year. Despite the increasing access and expenditure of consumers in use of data, it has not been used for productive purpose. The frequency of road accidents in the east-west highway has increased in recent times. In Sira alone this year, around 300 people lost their lives in road accidents. In this context, we had asked the locals in the district what should be done to minimize the increasing road accidents. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
बाटो त्यही हो सवारी साधन दिनका दिन थपिदै गएको हो र ओभरटेक बढी स्पिड कुदाउने सबैलाई छिटो पुग्ने हतार सडकमा जुन चौपायाहरू गाईबस्तुहरू छोड्ने गर्छ त्यसलाई रोकथाम गर्नु पर्यो
रिक्सा ठेला गाडा टेम्पो सबै चाहिँ यसैमा चल्या छ अस्तव्यस्त छ अब यसको लागि चाहिँ सुरुमा चाहिँ मेची महाकालीको एउटा फोर लाइन आवश्यक छ
ठुलो सवारीहरू पनि अब व्यवस्थित तरिकाले चलाउँदैन जता पाए त्यतै पार्किङ गर्ने जे गर्ने जता अनलोड लोड बढी हाल्ने
2 लेन छ कम्ती 4 लेन 6 लेनको रोडहरू बनाओस् कहीँ कतै केही हुँदैन शान्त वातावरणले गाडी हुन्छ
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public pulse.
The question is, what is your take on the government's preparation to invest in a foreign program to be held in Nepal? Your options are A. Effort to promote tourism, B. Abuse of state coffers, and C. Influence of foreign agents. The voting is on. You can type NWS, select your option A, B or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin airs at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day ahead.